Hello, everyone. It is Friday evening, the 16th of January. We're halfway through the month already, which means there's only another 11 and a half months to go of the year. I'm sorry, I shouldn't tell you things like that, should I? How is everyone? Have you had a good week? It is Friday night, which means it's sketch night, which means we get to pick a sketch and just see what happens. So I actually don't plan beyond looking at the sketch. Sometimes I look at the sketch ahead of time. Oh, we have a friend. So I'm not sure how long he's going to stick around for, but there you go. And hopefully he won't want to be actually on my desk. But I see we have a good crowd here. Hello, hello, everyone. Leslie, you said you're the first to do a thumbs up. It's not a race. It isn't, I promise. Barbara's here. Nairi, hi. Siobhan, hello. Margaret Griffith, too. Hey, Rose. We are traveling okay. Thank you for asking. And if I scroll right back, I can see we had Susie and Marilyn and Lorraine here early. So, yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm so glad you're here. Lovely to have you with me. Yeah, hi, Crumpet. I know, right? He's just decided that he doesn't know that he's being broadcast out to the world at large. So, but this room's relatively tidy at the moment because I had a class here this week, and usually the week of class it looks pretty good, and then it goes downhill again after that. The Crumpet is actually, because I think everyone now knows that we have a new baby in the house, and Crumpet is the only one that seems to be a little bit put out. He is coming around. He is he's starting to play a little bit. He's very, very curious about her. If she comes in while we're live tonight, I'll show you her, but I don't know whether she's going to make an appearance or not. Hello, hello. All right. We have a really great group here, and thank you, everyone. Hey, Margaret, how are you? All and Rosie's saying all the usual watches. Yes, of course. All right, so let's switch over to the desk because I'm going to play with a sketch from the new catalogue again tonight, and let's see where that takes us. I picked a suite, so all the preparation I do on the nights that I'm doing a sketch is I have a look at the sketch, I pick a suite or a product that I probably haven't used very much or at all on a live. So the one I'm using tonight is one, you might be able to see a little sneak peek here next to me. It's one I've played with myself, but I haven't had it actually in a live video before. So they have 6 cats. Oh, that's a lot of cats. That's double the amount of cats that we have. And I feel like 3 is probably yeah, I'm moving into crazy cat lady territory, I think, with 3 cats. So what does 6 do? How is Freya? Freya is awesome. She's designated at the moment. She has designated me as her person, but her little tiny hot body at nighttime, she likes to sleep on my neck, and and she's so hot. And I mean, I'm a 60-year-old woman who's been through menopause, probably still a little bit there, and being extra hot at night isn't my favorite thing. So it's a bit interesting, but anyway. All right, so let's switch over to the desk and have a little look at what we've got to play with tonight. Let's have a look at I think this sells that recently. Oh, that's Crumpet scrapped. I thought it was Freya, but no, it's Crumpet back again. How are you, Tanya? Nice to see you. Hey, Joanne, we're all well. Thank you for asking. All right, so page 17 in this brand new catalogue. This one came out on the 6th of January. So we're in it. It's now been 2 weeks or nearly 2 weeks. And page 17 is where you're going to find all the sketches. All right, here they are. There's not that many in this one. I hope they keep doing these. If they don't, it's not a huge drama. If we want to keep doing sketches, we can, because there are so many, there's thousands and thousands of sketches out there in internet land, so we will never run out of sketches. So last week we did this one. Let me see here. I'll show you the card we made last week with that sketch. And we used the Nature Walk suite, that one there. And this is that one here. And so you can see it's got like 2 little wonky squares, and there was also a dividing piece here, and I interpreted that we have, it's kind of like, I don't even know what, does anyone know what the name of this type of fold is? I don't know, but this is actually a piece of DSP. So it's not as robust as it would be if I did it in cardstock, having that DSP layer, but we make it more less fragile, make it more robust by having the extra layers on top, and that ends up making it quite sturdy. And when you open it up, you can see the other side of the paper, and I really love that. So this was last week's sketch, which is that one right there. So this week we've got this guy here. All right. So I'm looking at it. We have, was kind of a rectangle here in the middle. There's a banner or something like that going across. Let's have a look. I'll bring it closer because otherwise you really can't see it. And let's turn the lamp on so you can see everything better. All right, that's better, isn't it? All right, so this is the one. Okay, so you can see it's got two circles coming out from behind this rectangle with the banner over the top, and then that whole thing is on a panel, which is then on the card. So I want to use tonight this suite called, let's find it in here so I can tell you, because this is only just after, it's right at the beginning. It's called Lovely and Beautiful. Has everyone seen this? I know I've missed so many too, Desley, and I always feel really guilty when I can't say hello to everybody, but I hope everyone knows that I'm sending out hellos to everyone. So this is the suite. Okay, it is absolutely beautiful. And the set, it's called Lovely and Beautiful. I think to myself, sometimes I think they run out of good names. I'm not sure if this was the best name for this suite, although it is both lovely and beautiful. But the main colors in this are shown down the bottom. So there are other colors beyond these, but the ones that are actually shown here are Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, Peach Pie, Darling Duckling, Old Olive, and Fresh Freesia. Okay, so when you see a suite, it doesn't mean that that is the total of the colors that are in here. It just means these are the main ones, the ones they've chosen as like the six main colors in this particular suite. So what's in the suite? Let's have a quick look. We have, this is what they call a mega suite because there are two bundles. There's this bundle called Simply Beautiful and a second bundle called Beautifully Celebrated. These are both lovely. Okay. And I just realized I did do a video a couple of weeks ago where I used this and some of this paper here. It was on my global video hop video, not a live video, but on one of my pre-recorded ones. So I have used it, but I thought tonight we'll have a play with it. Now, also in the suite, if you were buying the whole suite, you would get the two bundles, the vellum. Now, this is like printed vellum. It's called Beautifully Adorned Ephemera, and it's $15, and you get 6 vellum sheets. So let me quickly show it to you. I've already chopped into mine, so this is not a full pack, but you're going to kind of get an idea anyway. So there are 2 of each. All right, you can see I've already done some stuff with that one, and it has like a long banner here in the vellum, and then you've got a gold printed vellum. It's really, really pretty. You can use, in my other card I used this piece here. This you can use as like a little banner. Then we've got a second. So there's 2 of each sheet. And have I got them all in here? I think I didn't bring the other sheets over from my space. Never mind. But anyway, you get to see what it's like. So there are 6 sheets, 2 of that, and do they show the other design? Oh, they do. So the other one's got the flowers in it. This one is got the big ovals, which is that one here. And this one has like this square with the decorative corners. They're really lovely. And there's a couple more flowers up there. So you can, because they are printed gold, you can use glue dots and things behind them wherever the gold is printed and you won't see them. So that's always good. You have the mega suite, Leslie. Leslie, this was one of the first things I ordered. I this time I decided to do what I never used to do, and that is I just ordered sweets. I didn't order anything outside of sweets. So I ordered this suite. I ordered the Lovely Blossom suite, which is an online exclusive. It's not in this catalogue. And I also ordered the Nature Walk suite. Those were the 3 I initially ordered. And I went back later and picked up a few more things like the Stone and Vine embossing folder and things like that. So So yeah, so that's these. And then we have these. Now, these are beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love it when they bring out these kind of faceted gems. And I know I'm not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to see how beautiful they are on the screen, but they are gorgeous. So there are two sizes, the large and the small down this end. And they are Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, and I think white. Yes, white. Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, and white. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. They're really, really shiny. Hello, Sunny. Nice to see you here. Oh, hello, Katrina. How are you? And Janine's with us now too. Hi, Janine. Hello, Sheila. How are you? All right. So then there's also this ribbon. Now I haven't used it very much. It is a thicker ribbon, so more like a decorative one. I haven't I have tried I have tried to tie a bow, as you can see here in the end, and it doesn't do too bad a job, but it's hard to get it very small. And I like my bows usually pretty small when I'm using them, although I can make it smaller than what it is right now. So actually that's not too bad. And then when I, pull that off, that would be quite nice. But this would be a really nice ribbon to tie around something, that kind of thing. It is, what's it called? It is called White with Gold 1 centimeter ribbon, or 3/8 of an inch ribbon. so, so that's part of the suite as well. And then the last thing, of course, is the paper. Now, to me, the paper is the star of the show. I just think it's absolutely stunning. I don't even have a full pack of it because I've been chopping mine up and doing different things with it. And yes, I will actually, I don't normally tell you what we're doing ahead of time, but I will tell you that this paper will be featured in this month's craft along, which is coming up on the Thursday, the 29th. Have I got that date right? I probably should look at my diary, but I'm pretty sure that's right. If it's a Thursday, that's correct. Let me just grab my diary really, really quickly and look. Yes, Thursday the 29th. Craft along. There it is. So there you go. So this paper will be featuring in this month's craft along. It's gorgeous. Leslie, once you get started, sometimes it's good to just keep going and do the job properly, right? So this is specialty paper. As you can probably see, it has that gorgeous gold foiling. So that is what makes it special. And that's why it's called specialty paper. So I consider the A side, the side with the gold foiling, and the B side is the back, which has a more subtle print. Okay, so in this case, we've got most of our colours that are in the paper that I read out before. Most of the colours are here in this sheet. And on the back, we've got petal pink and white. Super, super nice. Now this one, I've used this actually in the craft along this month as well. And so it's kind of like initially I thought it was gingham, but it's not actually gingham. It's more like a very fine grid, hard to show on the camera. Super nice. But on this other side, this is like a watercolor design, don't you think? How beautiful. I love this. And I don't even know where that piece came from. So there we go. But it's absolutely beautiful. I just love this. So beautiful. So there's that one. Then this one, Calypso Coral. This is the B side. The A side, of course, has the foiling. And it's got like a flowers with lots of gold in the center. You can see them when I turn it in the light. You can see them. All right. And on the back, we've got that Calypso Coral B side. Oh, someone's here. Hi. Did you want to come and say hello? Come here. Let's see. Let's see. You going to say hello to the people? So you don't get a very good look at her when you're looking at the top of the head. But anyway, you get an idea. You can see she's tiny. Oh my goodness, her little tiny body. So yeah, and she's got cute little black tips on her ears and cute little black tip on the tail. Super, super cute. Miss Freya, that's right. That's what I'm calling her, Miss Freya. Now, this one I've used on a really nice card I did a while back. And on the back, we've got fresh freesia flowers, or actually fresh freesia background and white flowers. But those are really nice. Then this one is like little fresh freesia flowers with gold centers. Can you see the gold centers? I know, she is too cute. I know. It's just she's so little. It's hard to believe that Crumpet was that small. And I guess Merlot was once too, but we never knew him as a kitten. So this is Old Olive on this side. I think she's about to come back again, so you might get a second quick look. She's interested in everything I'm doing. Then we've got this one here. I think, oh no, that's the same one I showed you. This one I haven't showed you. This is like just gold on white. This would be really nice for weddings. Don't you think it would be a nice wedding paper? I think it would. And on the back, we've got fresh freesia, peach pie, and petal pink flowers. Oh, we're coming back. You can see I'm going to have trouble for a while. Then we looked at that one with the watercolor flowers, and we looked at that one. That one's the one that had the petal pink on the back. I think I've showed them all to you. So there's 12 sheets, 2 of each. I'm assuming when you say adorable, you're not talking about the paper. Not really. A colleague of my husband's had a friend whose female cat got out and came home with kittens on board. So because of that, they had to get rid of those. So there was 5, and there was only 2 left by the time we got to them. And this is the one. Paper, what paper? Exactly. I know, right? And she's just like her big brother. She loves chasing these around already. Freya, you gonna chase it? You won't do it now because I told you. Look. No, not interested. Oh no, we want to stand on the keyboard. I don't know what it is, but she's just very attracted to keyboards. I just hope she doesn't think she can eat the keys. I used to have well, Cookie used to eat the keys if I let him get too close to the keyboard. Yeah, she is stealing the limelight. I'm going to put her back on the ground because otherwise I won't get any crafting done. You can imagine how difficult it's been around here over the last week or so to get anything done. All right. Yep, I threw the sponge door when she's chased it across the room, so that's perfect. All right, so these are the papers. It shows you the front and the back. Here we've got our 6 designs. Just stunning. Okay, absolutely beautiful. Bluebell loves keyboards too, does she, Tanya? There you go. All right, so that's what we're doing, but we are going to be working with this gorgeous paper and this second sketch. So I'm kind of deciding how I want to do this. Do I want to do my circles out of the paper and then have plain cardstock behind? I will show you the other card I made. So this one I made with this paper from one of the gold pieces. That's the one. Which one was it? This one. Okay. And then on the back, it's got the fresh freesia. So that was the one I did. And then I cut. This is a stamp. So I'll show you these. This is this stamp right here. And I stamped it in Calypso Coral and then coloured it in with Calypso Coral and Petal Pink blends. So it's just beautiful. I mean, and then you've got all the pieces go together. The only thing I don't think I used on here is I didn't use the ribbon, but I just used some of those beautiful bling. Absolutely gorgeous. So, all right, move that out of the way. So let's quickly look at these. So this is called Simply Beautiful, and it has some nice greetings. It does have a wedding theme, but there's also a thinking of you and holding you in my heart. Then there's a wedding wishes and to the happy couple and a to and from, so you could make tags or something like that too. So this one would be nice. It's nice for colouring. As you can see, I coloured the leaves and I coloured the flowers. And then this one has, and I'm actually thinking, what do people think? Let me know. Thank you, Maureen. Let me know if you would like me to do a how to use these, how to make flowers with these, because these layer. And I don't know, maybe it seems obvious, but it reminds me a little bit. We had some years ago, do you remember we had the pansies, the pansy dies? And I did a video with those that was hugely successful. A lot of people watched that video, and I think that was in June 2021. I did that video, and I think the reason it was so popular was because a lot of people were struggling to know how to use them. And I thought, well, I've been playing around with these. We are using them in Craft Along. But if anyone would like me to do a Technique Tuesday to show you how to use these dies, I'm very happy to do that. And someone is crawling up my chair and sitting behind me right now. So I have a feeling she's going to come back again. Yes, you would like me to? Okay, all right. I'll have to do a Technique Tuesday. Not sure yet if it'll be this week or if it'll be the week after, but I'll get in and do those. Okay, so there's those. And then there's these. This is the beautifully celebrated dies. I love nested dies, and nested shapes are so good. So it cuts out this shape. Okay, this is why I was playing with that today. And then we also have some photo corners. Can you see those? Which you could cut in any, you could maybe cut them in gold and pop them over the edges, the corners. And someone's back. And you can see that these all nest together. So I'm sorry. Is this interesting? Do you think this is interesting? Goodness me. Someone's going to be in lots of trouble. I can see it. So this is actually one die, but it cuts two photo corners. Yeah, the pansy dies were similar in the way you built them. You have this set? I know, it's gorgeous. It's just lovely. So can you see these? They're like, it cuts two separate photo corners, which you then could use over the corners of your card, which we might even use it today. I don't know. We'll see. Miss Freya, you are getting into everything, and I can just tell you're going to be trouble. All right, and then this one is also could be a wedding one as well. It's got a day to remember, but you could have a day to remember for any occasion, really, couldn't you? And then we've also got these beautiful like branches and some leaves. This says simply the best, and this calls for a celebration. So it could be any kind of celebration, not necessarily a wedding, whereas the other one is more wedding themed. So I do love them both. And I thought initially I thought I would just get these because I wanted the nested dies. So I was going to get this bundle. And then I started thinking to myself, but I'd like to be able to build those flowers because they look like fun. And I love this big flower to stamp with. So I ended up getting both of them. I just got the whole suite. So that is kind of what we have. So let's see. So there's a rectangle here and then a banner across. And I could do a couple of different couple of different things. For example, if I was to use the textured notes dies, I'm going to start, well, let's start at the very beginning. Let's start by doing a basic white card base. I'm just going to start nice and simple. And I like to use basic white thick for my card bases. I just think it gives you a more sturdy card. I'm using A4, and so I just cut it at 14.8 centimeters, which is exactly halfway, or more or less. It's actually, to be honest, 14.8 and a smidge, like a tiny, tiny, tiny smidge, but 14.8 is also fine. All right, so you can see that those two end up being the same width. All right, so this is my card base, and I am just going to fold it exactly in half. You can score if you want to. You would score at the 10.5 centimeter mark, but I actually am quite happy to just fold. But I know some people like to score. All right, so we've got our base here. Now, I'm thinking because they seem to have a little bit more of a gap. Can you see here? They have more of a gap between that back panel and here. So I'm thinking maybe I will use some, I've got some paper left over from an earlier project I did today. So let me see. Let's go 9. So that's a full centimeter down from what I would normally do. Excuse you. 9 by 13.3. Is this interesting, is it? You want a piece of paper to play with? What do you think? All right. So that's about right. That's going to give me about a right size. A very good place to start. Yes, I could sing it for you, but I'm not going to do that. All right. And then I'm going to worry about the circles later. I'm going to pull. Oh, I haven't seen Cherie tonight. Cherie, are you there? Are you just being quiet? I have not seen her. And I'm just wondering, these probably are too rectangular, although we could cut them. So that's definitely too wide. I could do this one. That's about the right width, but it's too shallow. But I could cut it and then put either side. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to cut that. And then I'm also going to have a banner going through the middle. Now, I'm so sorry, guys. Let you go. Down you get. Sorry, sweetheart. Okay, so the question is, am I going to put a banner across the middle? I could use this banner. Let's see, how wide would that be? That would work. That's a little bit wider. It nearly is the same length though as my, it's probably too long. Okay, let me put that back in there. We've got this one that's too short. Now, I was playing with the lovely arrangement dies today. Let me see if those are still close by. And let's see, because this banner here might work really well. You love seeing her? Oh, Cherie, I didn't see you earlier. Hello, hello. How are you? All right. So is that one? Oh, that's, well, actually that one might work. It's a little bit wider, but not much. Or I could just cut a piece too. So, you know, so let me cut these two. And I'm thinking which way to go. And I'm thinking maybe I use the paper for the circles to be the DSP. That might be really nice. And I wonder if I was to cut this from gold, if that would work. Well, we can try it. Let me bring in my cut and emboss machine. I have to bring my cut and emboss machine in. Guess why? Does anyone know why? I have to. All right, let's bring that up so you can see what's going on. It's new, guys. It's brand new. I only got it 2 days ago. So the plates aren't even bent yet. Although you can see I've been doing a bit of cutting, but it's in such good condition because it's new, and I'm very excited about that. Well, I'm deciding whether to use a piece of gold. Like I said, that might be good. Oh, you found something to play with over there. I see. That's good. All right. So let's try this. I can hear my husband's alarm going off. He had it set for when the pizza was going to be ready because we made homemade pizza tonight. I actually really love homemade pizza. I'm a lot more of a fan of homemade pizza than I am of store-bought pizza. I don't know if this is going to work in that. Well, I may come back and change my mind about that piece, but we'll see. And I've got a piece of white here. I'm going to cut that out. New machine, I know, so exciting. The old one was literally falling apart. I have kept it as a backup in an emergency, but yeah, it's so nice to have a new machine. And it doesn't make weird noises, and yeah, it's really good. All right, so let's try this. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Oh, all right. So I'm going to try cutting this to see if I can get close to the shape of the sketch. So I'm just going to put it in at, roughly halfway. Uh-oh, someone's crawling up my chair again. I have a funny feeling we might be interrupted quite often. Oh, did you just fall down? Off she goes. She ran away. She tried to jump up on the desk and missed. All right. So I'm going to edge this because I think that will look nice. And then let's see, around this way like that. And then this one in the middle, because then it becomes like, although it doesn't quite work because my piece in the middle isn't quite big enough. I need something that's going to be longer because you can see them. Mind you, it doesn't really matter. That might be an interesting look, but I still don't think it's big enough. Yeah, it's new, I know. Oh, yeah, poor Cherie got overshadowed by Freya. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, I could cut the other one down. That might be better. She's been jumping up on my desk.
No.
Yes. My husband's brought her back in. She just took off because she tried to jump on the desk and and got she missed and then she took off. All right. So you're going to just sit there now. That's nice. All right. So I'm not happy with that piece that we used in the middle. Let's see. If she goes for the ink pad, I need to not let her go in there. Oh my gosh. Are you standing by in case she gets into something?
In case you need a rescue, yes.
Yes. All right. So I'm just doing the edges. Freya, up here. Look up there. All right. This edge looks much better with this little bit of color added. Now I'm wondering if I should have embossed this piece at the back. Maybe that would be a good choice. But it does look much better with the edges done. Can you see that clearly? Oh, and I just realized I haven't zoomed back in after we got rid of the cut and emboss machine. Everyone's saying hi, Paul.
Hello.
All right, so I could emboss it, but then that's going to add a lot of texture. Ooh, unfortunately, these are too big. Otherwise, we could have used one of those. That would have been good. Never mind. All right, I can cut the one that's in the textured notes down. That might be a good choice, which is this one. If I was to, and then we've got to decide what greeting we would want. I've got a thinking of you, although the Y doesn't actually fit on here, but that wouldn't matter. You can see on this one, I cut around it to include the Y. So this one I just cut it by hand and then cut around the lettering. The other one, the other set, Simply the Best, that might work. Shall we try that? Let's give that one a go. She seems to have settled right down now. Oh yeah, Crumpet was saying hello to everybody before. He jumped up there earlier. Yeah. Do you still have B, Moira? How do you stop the stamp pads from crystallizing? I have only ever had that happen with one or two of my ink pads. I haven't had that problem. Have you had have you had a few? Have you had a problem with that? All right, so I'm going to do this on a piece of basic white paper. This is not the thick, this is just the normal paper. And I'm thinking that we'll go with Calypso Coral, which is the same color we used around the edges. Well, you're being very well behaved now. Goodness me. Sorry?
Well, I leave, and she'll be happy.
Yeah, of course. As soon as you leave, she'll be.
Oh, she's got her eyes closed now. She's going to sleep.
Well, she's going to sleep. Oh, she's sleepy. I'm assuming, Rachel, that we're talking about ink pads, not cats. Because I read that I had 3, had to throw them, and for a second I thought you were talking about cats. But no. I've only had that happen. It happened with there are a couple of colours that are, I think, more prone to it, but Cherry Cobbler, it happened, and I think maybe my soft seafoam. Soft seafoam did it. Oh, that's nice, Moira. Ink pads, yes, not cats. I know. I haven't had a tabby since I was really young. When I was a teenager, we had two little tabbies. We had two boys. One was called Tiger, terribly original, and the other one was called Barney. And they were both fabulous cats, really. And they were on the farm. They did whatever they wanted. They weren't indoor cats, whereas ours are now indoor cats. But yeah.
I'll take her.
All right, you gonna take her? There you go. You can take her. She's gonna sleep. See if you can get her in your lap or something. She might sleep. All right. Bye, Freya. All right. So I'm just going to quickly, I'm not going to put the machine back on the
I
desk.
have all of them on here.
Oh, Mella's here too.
Mella's here too.
Right. It's Cat City.
They all want to know where she's at and what I did with her.
Yeah. Well, they do like to keep an eye on her.
They do.
All right. So I am going to bring it back in because it's just going to be easier for you to. I do sometimes. I think it's easier with photopolymer stamps to die cut first and then put and then do your stamping. But in the past, especially when we didn't have photopolymer stamps, I used to always do it the other way around. Stamp first, then cut. The other thing is, it was Rachel was saying that, wasn't it? Rachel, Stampin' Up! Are fantastic about replacing anything that's not right. And I would reach out to them. And, you know, if you still have the ink pads and say, hey, these aren't right, something's happened. Yeah. Especially if it's happened over many years, then obviously you probably can't have them replaced. But if it's happened in a short amount of time, then I think that's not acceptable. But most of my ink pads have weathered very, very well, actually. All right. All right, so I've got this piece. I'm taking way too long today. Now we've got this piece, which goes closer. Now I could cut this down. That would be fine. But now that we have, let me bring that down a little bit. Now that we have these, can you see now it looks like a bigger rectangle than it actually is because we've split it in the middle, right? Ellen, did I see you made it after all? So what I'd be best to do would be to glue this in place and then put the other over the top. But we also want to add circles, right? So we need to have a think about how big the circles should be if I'm following this sketch. So you can see the circles. Now, just a word on shapes like this. It doesn't actually have to be a circle. We could add flowers that are roughly a roundish shape. Do you know what I mean? We could add other elements. Yes, if it happens again, definitely follow it up, Rachel. I would. Yeah. So yeah, I could add flowers under here, but in this case, I am going to go with circles, and I think I'm just going to go with a punch, and I'm thinking, so let's see if the 2-inch punch, we've got various sizes, 2-inch or the 2 3/8. Now this one is quite big, but I want to make sure. And the thing is, now we need to choose which paper we're going to use for this. And I'm wondering, I do really love this one. I think this is gorgeous. That's probably my favorite at the moment. This is also really nice. Oh, I haven't used this one yet. Maybe that's a good one to use because, you know, I can kind of cut my circle so we've got a bit of this sticking out. And I'm wondering, is 2 3/8 going to be too big? Let's do a dummy first. Let's use scrap paper or not my really good DSP just to test the size. And I've got a bit of scrap paper here left over from something else. This is the 2-inch punch. Let's see what that looks like. But it's not going to be this color, remember? Okay. And that would be like so. Now on here, they are going over the edge of this piece. And I could have them, so move them out like that and then put these pieces here. Just remember, we're just playing at the moment. We're not putting anything, setting anything in concrete right now. All right, but that's the kind of look it's going to be. I actually think maybe the bigger ones. Ah, I'm just looking at the comments. Good question about the card buffet. Do you know what? I've never actually, I'm trying to think if I've actually done a card buffet. It's when a card buffet is usually, well, for me, what I think a card buffet is where you've got several different cards. You lay out all the pieces ready to make, and people sit down and make a card in that at that station, and then they move to the next station and make another card at the next station. That's how I think of as a card buffet, and I've never done that. But I've often thought about doing it, and one day maybe I will. So I'm actually going to go with the bigger punch, and let's. But you know what? This is going to be too close. This petal pink is going to be too close to this. So I'm abandoning that, and I'm going to go and pick different paper because I want there to be a bit more contrast. So let's see. So this one's got some peach pie and some, like, all the different colors. Let's pick that one. And down here we have some more of that as well. This paper to me is very, it's got that real, see the watercolory look in the petals. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's try that. So I've got a bit of contrast going on there. And then those are going to fit over there a bit more. So let's see. I'm still not super happy with the shape. I feel like the shape isn't right after all that. Oh, I just thought of what one I can use. So that would be okay, but it's still not quite big enough. But I have got another one that might work well. So the question is, let me see. Are the nested essentials still around? I've got those handy. Because nested essentials have got a really nice rounded corner rectangle in various sizes. As the name suggests, they are nested. And I'm going to see if those work better. Are these still current? Where am I located? I'm on the Central Coast, New South Wales, Rachel. But if you need to find anybody, I can put you in touch with someone no matter where you are. When I say where you are, anywhere in the world, actually. I know demonstrators in every country. So yeah, certainly can pass on details if you're not in my area. All right, so this one I feel is too big. This one though, that one might be better. There we go. That's the size I want. And see, this one is not nearly as, so this size was never going to work really. And I thought by splitting it, I'd be able to get that to work properly, but it's still not as good as this. So I'm going to quickly run that through. And shall we go with the gold again? What does everybody think? Okay. You're in Queensland. Well, there you go. We have lots of awesome people up in Queensland. All right, so so this is more like what I wanted. And then this piece across here. But I feel like this is still a bit plain. After all this, I'm changing my mind. You guys know I change my mind, right? I do this on a regular basis just because I just need to play and see what's going to work for me. I'm going to try this. Now, do we make this 9 or I'm going to go, yeah. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to go 8.7. What was this size? 13, so this will be 13. So I feel like this is going to give me a little bit more, and we could even pop this right behind because we've already done that beautiful edge. Or I could just put it on a piece of Calypso coral, which would also look really nice. So tonight I'm really changing my mind, aren't I? All right. See if I put that behind here. So it's just a nice little, I think that might work really well. And I'm going to go, that's going to be 9 by 13.3, which is the size that I originally had. And I'll use this piece for something else, but I've changed my mind totally right about now. So it's got just going to give me a nice edge. How beautiful is that piece of paper? Oh my goodness, it's a shame to cover it up, isn't it? Thankfully, paper's got 2 sides. And I ordered myself some more of this yesterday. So it's on its way. Because I'm only 3 millimeters bigger on each side, it's a very thin mat. I like it. I'm actually going to put this on flat. I could put it on dimensionals, but I'm going to put it on flat. In Brisbane, Rachel? We have lots and lots of lovely demonstrators everywhere. Mind you, you can choose whoever you like, and it doesn't even matter if they're not in your area. The more important thing is probably it's the right fit for you. That's more important. All right. So this is going to end up here, and I'm not going to put it straight. I'm going to work out where I want my pieces to be. And this is quite close to the top. It's a little bit less close. I think this one is in the book is a little further down. Not that it really matters. All right, and then the other one. Let me see. What do I want to have showing that piece there? And I think that it's nice if they both go over the edge the same amount. And then this piece is going to go here. How's that looking? Is it coming together nicely? Sometimes people stop doing it for various reasons, Rachel, I will use it for a second card. I think that's a great idea, Sheila. Yeah, I think that people, may just stop doing it for various reasons. You know, I've, I've been doing this for 20 years this year. So I'm celebrating 20 years with Stampin' Up! This year, and it's my job. But, people sometimes don't necessarily do it for as long. They might do it, as a hobby. But there are certainly people. Now, I think that's looking much better. That little bit of pattern in the background has lifted this whole thing, right? So I'm liking that. Looks really, really good. But I feel like I need to start putting this down from the top down. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals behind here. Let me grab them. These dimensionals are actually the right size. They are, if you put them so that they line up with the side of this banner, you can see they fit exactly. All right, so like that. It is a long time. Yes, that's true. Well, I used to be a little bit of online stuff, but mostly in person. So I'd say 75% in person um, and the rest online. And then COVID came along and I couldn't do any online. So for a while I was 100% online and then after that, right. So I'm going to actually put these down with a bit of glue. Any glue you like will do for this, just to hold them. Just where it was. Actually, I might bring it down a little tiny bit. Good thing about Tombow is you can kind of reel it into place because it doesn't set immediately. And then we're going to have this one here. I'm sorry I've taken so long tonight, guys. I kind of got very distracted with Miss Freya because that's what she does. She's a total time suck. That's what she is. I cannot seem to. There we go. It's coming together nicely. I could put this straight on, but I'm not. I'm going to use dimensionals, so I'll just do one in each corner. So every Friday night we do this, and I pick a sketch, we pick some papers or different products, and then we see where it takes us. All right, what do we think? Do we like this? You've never been to a card class, Sheila. Well, there you go. Do you know what? Leslie can identify because she'd never been to a card class either. And then back in, when was it, Leslie? It was World Card Making Day. You came here for a class. Is that right? Yeah, it's not just you. And so many people, really tuned in when things went online during COVID, right? All right. So what we do need though is some bling. So I need to grab these wonderful, wonderful things, these, and I've got enough probably Calypso coral. So I'm thinking maybe going with some of the petal pink ones or the white. Oh, either. Maybe the white. Don't know. Right, so let's have one down here and we'll get a couple of little ones. These are the white ones. Aren't they nice? Well, I think there's a bonus cat here on that one. Oh no, it's all right. Didn't come along with me. All right, so there we go. I'm going to call that a finished card. What do you think? Do we like it? Something different? How are you, Denise? Nice to see you. We need a coffee. I've got something for you, actually. Oh, good, Sharon. Thank you. Oh, nice to have you here. Haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. Are you going to on stage in March? Maybe I'll see you there. The last I heard, actually, just thinking about it, I think they still had a few spaces left at on stage, and today is the last day to sign up. So if anyone hasn't registered and you meant to, better get to it, guys. Do you know what, Rachel? I used to do really cheap classes when I first started because I didn't know what I could charge for, and I just didn't. I think I didn't realize, what it was worth. But I learned very, very quickly that by doing lots of cards and offering really, really cheap, that not only did that not help me because I was interested in earning an income from it, but also the people that came along just wanted a cheap class and they didn't really value the products. So so very soon I had to switch out of that model and realize that I was under undervaluing what I was doing. And I'm really glad that I did because 20 years later I'm still here. I think if I'd kept it up, I was doing 10 cards for $10. How ridiculous is that? That's way back in 2006 when I joined, and I learned very quickly that if I was going to stick around for a long time, I had to lift my prices. So maybe if she was only charging $6, that's why she's not around anymore. Because yeah, you really need to put good value on what you're doing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, carmaking day. I know that's what I thought. And you've been along to a few classes since. You've come along to the Hunter Valley and a couple of times. 2 cards for 25. Yeah, Glenda, see, that's probably closer to what I used to charge. When I stopped doing the $10, I went up to 15. And then my customers actually pulled me aside and said, "You're not charging enough." Can you believe it? They told me that I had to start charging more money. So I put it up to 20. Then we went to 25. And as of 2026, this year, I'm now charging $30 for a class. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right. So there you go. Card done. And let me have a look and see. We are way short on time. But what can I do that's fast? I know what I can do that's fast. Let's pull something out that I haven't shown you yet. And I really like. I haven't even opened it yet. It's a new kit that came out this month. And this is the Butterfly Garden Kit. Some of you may have seen this one. It's in the online store right now. There are 3 new kits out this month. Don't be nervous, Leslie. We will look after you. And there are lots and lots of friends. Hands up if you're going to On Stage in Sydney and you'd love to meet Leslie. And you can come and sit with us anyway, Leslie. Oh, look, it'll be absolutely lovely, and you'll have a really good time. You're not doing On Stage this year, Lorraine. That's a shame, but I got to meet you in Brisbane, so that was nice. All right, so let's open up this kit and have a very quick look. So kits are super easy and take all the worrying out of your crafting. Okay, they come with everything you need to make the cards that are in that kit. Okay, so or you might need, sometimes if there's twine or ribbon, then you might need scissors, but you don't even need glue because they give you dimensionals. See, dimensionals are included. There's a block. This one is a stamping kit, so there's a block. There's some white faceted embellishments in there as well. There are beautiful matching envelopes to go with our cards. So you can see there's 3 different ones. And so what's this? This is, what color would we say that is? I would have said mint macaron, but we don't have mint macaron anymore. I'm not sure. It's maybe closer to pool party. And then we have like a vanilla and or a basic beige, and we have a pink, which is bubble bath. And then we have all the colors that go with these. So these cards are already, these are very easy. Okay. I always turn to this page first because it's got the instructions, and then we can pick which ones we'd like to do. So this one is the pink one that has the white butterfly on it. This one has 2 butterflies with the yellow flowers in the background, and this is the blue one. Well, I love blue, guys, so maybe I'll do the blue one. So let's find the card bases for those. So this kit makes 9 cards. All right. And I don't know if you price cards at your local newsagent or wherever you buy your cards, if you buy cards. I haven't bought cards in years. But if you go and find out how much they cost, cards are expensive, guys. And I know buying all these things isn't cheap either, but actually kits, the number of cards in a kit work out very inexpensive. So this particular kit, it's called Butterfly Garden. I'm just typing in the name of the kit. And it is $42 and there are 9 cards. So how much does that work out per card? It's good value, I know that. 42 divided by 9. So your cards are costing $4.66 each. That's actually awesomely good. Does everyone know what I'm talking about? And you have the pets one too, Marilyn. I didn't get the pets one yet, but I did see someone the other day. I'm intrigued by it. We're about to have a visit again. I'm so sorry. So this one here is the one I'm going to do. So I've already got my card base. Let's get our pieces out. So this one, it even shows you, like for example, on here, it shows you that you can decorate your envelope. Like the green envelope gets decorated with these butterflies. And this pink one gets a butterfly on the back. And then the yellow, there's this kind of basic beigey yellow color. I'm not even sure what color this is. Well, I saw someone, Lorraine, do the pets. They did flat cards using the pets, which I thought was really cool. They turned them into cards. So that's awesome. And this here, so it shows you what's in the stamp set. Okay, that is part of this kit as well. So here are these little photopolymer stamps, and there are 3 greetings. Thanks for being you, sending you strength, and I'm always here for you. So really nice, simple greetings. And it does come in French and German as well for anyone who needs their greetings to be in those sentiments. So it does come in other languages. All right, so we've got those. Now, it tells me down here what I'm going to need. I'm going to need the Misty Moonlight ink. Okay, there's the Misty Moonlight ink that comes with this. I tend to use my ink pads, the full-size ink pads, rather than open these, and I save these for other fun things like giveaways, and I save them for using, if I want to do a specialty technique that involves using one of my Stampin' Spots. But I usually use the full-size ink pad, but if you don't have the full-size ink pad, well, then that's just fine. All right, so let's find, I'm looking through to see. Oh, I see. So, someone's trying to get up on the desk and she keeps missing. Oh, where are you? Did you go? Oh, my goodness. All right, so it's got 2 large ones and 1 small one. So let's get those ready. Large. 2 large. And a small one. So everything is done for you and you just follow the pictures basically. Once upon a time, they used to have instructions in different languages. And then, people were, which was fine. But the problem with that was the fact that then they had to have different kits that had, apart from the stamp set, had all the different languages in them. And this way, by having photographs or pictures that you can just follow along. All right, so it's showing me what I'm going to need. These little hexagon shapes tell me those are dimensionals. It's going to use the I'm Always Here For You stamp and the Misty Moonlight ink. And then we have these 2 stamps as well. Okay, so it's kind of giving you, and then once you've worked out, so this is number 3 card. Once you've worked out how this goes, so you actually stamp on these little guys, they get a stamp each, okay? Then they get dimensionals behind them and they get attached. The I'm Always Here For You also goes on the little banner, which I didn't get out. So they're very, very easy, but I love how it's the banners. Which banner is it? It's this one. And there are some extras here. So there are only 9 cards, but you'll see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's a couple of extra banners, and they usually do that. They'll use up the whole sheet. And I think that's pretty cool. All right, always here for you. Now, if you want to change the greeting to a different greeting, of course you can. The greetings also, there's one that says sending you strength, which is, I guess, good if you know someone who's not well. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight ink pad. I'm bringing that out. And what I might do before I forget to do it, because I should have done this already, is put up my blog address on the screen. So if anyone wants to go shopping, you know where to go. Okay, so let me put that up on the screen for you. This is my blog here, lookwatimade.com.au. If you go to that address, there is a shop now button, and you can click the shop now button and buy whatever it is you need. It'll take you to the online store. Don't forget that if you have an order that is over $35, you get 10% back in Stampin' Rewards that you can use on a future order. It's kind of like flybys for Stampin' Up! Or Stampin' Up! Customers, kind of like that. Now let me get my big butterfly, then my small butterfly. And then on top of that, this month we have the bonus days promotion. So bonus days is a $9 voucher for every $90 order. Okay, so that's kind of a cool thing as well. All right, so I've got these, my 3 butterflies, and I'm also going to, these would be good because they're very simple. These would be good kits to work with, kids or grandkids. I think that'd be really great. I'll take the banner down. And if anyone wants to be in our VIP group, the Facebook VIP group, which is just for Australian customers or Australian people, I shouldn't say customers because not everyone in there is my customer. That is the name of my VIP group. So you can head over there, request to join. There's a couple of questions to answer. The most important one is, are you in Australia? The answer is got to be yes. So, and that is for my Australian ladies. So it looks nice with the different, like the yellow and the orange coming through, doesn't it? And this is why photopolymer stamps are good, that you can see straight through them where you're going and get them lined up every time. Have I missed any comments? Let me see. What on stage is? Okay. Where's Jenny's comment? Jenny's Crafty Corner? Yes, it's Stampin' Up! Does a big training event for their demonstrators where they release the new catalogue. They teach us all kinds of stuff, and there's techniques, there's playing with products. We get to do all kinds of things that revolve around the new catalogue, and it's a lot of fun. And it goes for 3 days. This time it's in March in Sydney. And like I said, registration's actually closed tonight. But last year's was in Brisbane. Who knows where next year's will be? We very often find out at the end of each on stage where the next one will be. So it's once a year and it's their special event just for demonstrators. All right, so let's have a look. I'm going to look at the photo to kind of work out where these need to go. So they've got a big one here, a big one here, a small one here, and a banner down here. I mean, how easy is this, right? Such an easy card. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it, but in the instructions, it does suggest that you put dimensionals behind. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Let's see. Dimensionals behind all of them. They've got dimensionals behind all the butterflies and also behind the banner. I was going to do my usual butterfly trick, which is put a glue dot in the middle and then bend their wings up so they sit like that. And you could do dimensionals, but I'm actually going to stick with my way of doing it because this is how I like to do it. That's the nice thing about these kits. You can change it to suit you. You don't have to do it the way they say. And I'm going to have that one. And if you wanted to, you could put dimensionals under here, which still keeps them up a little bit. But I like the way it kind of, if you fold it in the middle and then put a glue dot behind it, you can make its wings sit up. And this one. I just think that looks nice. When you put it in an envelope, it's going to go flat anyway. Oh, Wink Stella on the wings. That's a great idea, Moira. Okay, let's do that. Let's go with our dimensionals. Sometimes I don't open these either because I've got my own dimensionals, and then I can save these for a giveaway or something as well. So I don't necessarily use all the pieces that are in there because I've already got my own that are opened. So let's pop that right there, like so. Now, something I'm going to suggest to you while I wink a Stella because Moira's excellent suggestion. Actually, I've got one that's newer than that. It's a bit sparklier. That's better. Um, so I don't know if you'll be able to see this in the camera because Winker Stella can be really hard to see the sparkle, but it does look better in real life. Um, yeah, if I can get everyone to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. That's how I get shown to lots more new people and how people can find me. So I do sometimes wonder how people find me. I know probably a lot are on YouTube, but or Facebook, but I think some people have come through Instagram and some people have, I don't know, maybe they did a Google search. I don't know. Right, that looks really good actually. Can you see the sparkle? Oh, you can a bit. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I do have some really fabulous people over in the UK I can put you in touch with. Very happy to do that. Whereabouts in the UK are you? That's our Tanya. Ah, yeah, we're only exactly what Sherry said. We're only allowed to look after people in our own country. So if somebody's in another country and is interested in purchasing product, I usually, oh, really, Rachel? Well, there you go. That's good. That tells me that YouTube is working, and that's why I want people to subscribe. Yeah. we just we just didn't realize that Stampin' Tanya was that Tanya because you weren't always Stampin' Tanya, were you? You were a different name. You've gone and changed it on us. But yes, I have a couple of very dear girlfriends in the in the UK that I consider to be fabulous demonstrators, and any of them would be wonderful to talk to. Well, every Friday night we get together and we do these videos. Here's my cards for tonight. What do we think? Do you like the kit? Do we like it? I think it turned out really nice. I mean, Winkerstella, you could really go overboard and Winkerstella your white flowers in the background as well. Either way would look really good. YouTube changed the names. Well, how weird is that? Oh, thanks, Rachel. That's awesome. That's great. Well, hopefully we get to see you. So this is when we're here, Rachel. We're here on a Friday night at 7:30, which is what's that? Queensland time, 6:30. Then we have Technique Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Sydney time on a Tuesday, obviously. So 1 p.m. your time. Monday morning, I go live with my team. Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month at 12 o'clock, I do a scrapbooking video. And the last Thursday, usually, of every month, I do my craft along, which is an online class. And I send out the class packets to people who've ordered with me in the previous month over a certain amount. You like the kit, Glenda? Yeah. It's fun to do kits. And sometimes I just did one tonight exactly as it is out of the box, but it's fun to change them. And sometimes it's fun to come up with completely different ideas from a kit. So next time we tackle a kit, maybe we'll do something completely different. There you go. All right, you guys. Well, I hope that everyone had fun with me tonight. Let me switch back. Miss Freya has here I am. Miss Freya has left the building or left the room, not the building. But Crumpet is here and Mello is here as well. So they're all here listening. I think they like to just be in a room where there's talking and stuff, something going on, you know. That's okay. I used to do Sunday nights as well, and everyone's still mad at me because I don't do Sunday nights anymore. But I kind of got my weekends back by not doing Sunday nights. I started doing Fridays and Sunday nights during COVID because I wasn't doing in-person classes, and I felt like I really wanted to show up for people, and and this wonderful group of crafters showed up for me as well. So we all helped each other through that whole COVID horribleness. And then I earlier last year, I think May last year, I dropped Sunday nights, which gives me and my husband a bit more time to do something on a weekend if we want to, which is great. And that's pretty, that's worked out really well. Not mad, just sad. I know. I know. Cherie said we want me to never get any time for myself. Yep. No, it's okay. I choose to do these. I enjoy doing them, but I've also got to have a balanced life and make sure I'm not doing too much work and not spending any time with my family. Can you please see Merlot? Hang on, let me check and make sure he's still here. He is here. He's my big boy, and he's a workout. Picking him up is a workout. Let me just give me a second. I'm going to get him. What do you think, buddy? You get ready to come? Oh my goodness. Merlot is he is my big boy. So this is Merlot. He doesn't come and say hello very often, but he is a big, big cat. I'm not sure how much he is right now. He's been as much as 10 kilos. I think he's like 9.5. He's a big boy. Say hello, people. Want to sit there? I'll take the VIP group down. I didn't realize that was still up actually. Let me take that down for you. And see, he's started purring. He's a good purrer. All right. So how did we go tonight? Did we do good? Any questions before I say good night? You like big cats? Yeah, he's a big boy. All right, everyone. Well, you have a fantastic weekend. I'm going out to dinner with some friends tomorrow night, which I'm really looking forward to, or going to their house for dinner. Sometimes they come here, sometimes we go there, which is really, really nice. So we're heading off there. Yeah, he's a good boy, but he's huge and yeah, he's our cats are fabulous. We're very lucky. We've got really nice personalities for our cats. Yeah. Don't show people your bottom. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. I will be back on Tuesday for those of you who are not in the team. Otherwise, I'll see those girls on Monday morning. Have a great weekend. See you all soon. Bye.